And no, I'm not going to lie, they almost sold that 30-point lead there towards the end to the bench players. However, Nuggets won the series. That's the most important thing. They defeated the Los Angeles Clippers in another Game 7 series 5 years ago in the bubble. They defeated them. 4 years ago in the bubble, they defeated them. And so now the question begins, what's going to happen between the Denver Nuggets and the Oklahoma City Thunder? Because this is the battle of the MVPs, right? Obviously, the Oklahoma City Thunder have a more depth-riddled roster, but when you actually start to compare the previous numbers, when you start to look at how the Nuggets are playing basketball at this current state of time, they are a little bit deeper than we've been giving them credit for. They have a very solid 7 to 8 man rotation that all players are playing very pretty much interchangeable. Christian Braun might be the most valuable player as far as his two-way ability. Aaron Gordon might be the best player for the Denver Nuggets right now in terms of his scoring versatility. He is a true three-level scorer, a post-matchup nightmare, and of course he has a two-way ability, not as good as Christian Braun, but a better scorer, better, well-rounded player. However, the Denver Nuggets are playing some of the best basketball I've seen them play since they won the championship. Game 7, they were the first team ever to have 7 players score over 10 points. First team ever to do that in a Game 7. If their team is playing everyone's at their best or even close to their best at just 80%, this is the most dangerous offense in the NBA, and they will win another championship. However, they're going to go up against a team in the Oklahoma City Thunder. Now, one of the problems that the Minnesota Timberwolves gave the Denver Nuggets was the sheer size advantage. They had 3 7-footers that they were able to throw at Nikola Jokic in the paint. However, the Oklahoma City Thunder do not have 3 7-footers. They have 2, but Chet Holmgren is not big enough to guard Jokic. It's going to have to be Hartenstein, and Chet is going to have to take the Aaron Gordon matchup. Outside of that, the Oklahoma City Thunder do not have more size. Michael Porter Jr. is a near 7-footer. The Denver Nuggets have a size advantage, and when Denver has the size advantage in matchups, it makes Jokic's job that much easier because the paint is far less crowded, giving more open shot opportunities to a team we just saw spark up, the Los Angeles Clippers. The Denver Nuggets have 3 shooters that shoot 40% from the 3-point range, and that's not even including Jamal Murray. If Jokic has the opportunity to get 1-on-2 or 1-on-1 matchups in the post, unlike 1-on-3, the Denver Nuggets have all the opportunity to win this series. But it's going to take Jamal Murray, it's going to take Aaron Gordon, and it's going to take Michael Porter Jr. to play how they played last series and even a little bit better. We're going to need to see Jamal Murray score 20 a game. We're going to need to see Porter shoot 40% every game. And this Denver Nuggets team can go the distance. They have the defense when everybody's playing at their highest energy. Jokic has been a solid defender, made some great plays. However, they're going to go against Oklahoma City Thunder. And what the Thunder do really well is fast pace. They have a team spread with shooting players, with shooting guards, a lot of 6'6", 6'4", 6'3" guys that are able to spark and spread out the court. Their game plan is essentially spread the drive and kick, get downhill, let Shea cook, and it's been doing a fantastic job for them because Chet Holmgren is a two-way stretch 4. He is doing everything he can now. He played fantastic in that last series. Hartenstein is obviously the defensive anchor, the good rebounder. So when he's in, it's going to be interesting because they're going to have a little bit less space with Hartenstein on the court. So it's going to be interesting to see how they play that. We saw the Nuggets were able to take advantage of Zubac not being a good shooter. However, he was killing them inside. So the Golden State Warriors clutch up and nearly sell a 3-1 lead to the Houston Rockets. Lots of storylines here, lots of interesting things. Buddy Hield made up for the Curry playing bad in the first half, but it was Curry that won the Golden State Warriors this game. The headlines are saying it's Buddy Hield. He went cold second half until about fourth quarter. Curry was the one taking over when Buddy Hield went cold. However, the Rockets may have lost this 7-game series, but this is just the beginning. Amen Thompson looked like the most unstoppable player on the court right next to Stephen Curry. He was getting to the paint at will. His handles were as tight. His movement, his passes were doing the right things. He was playing defense. His finishing was on par. And he hasn't even got his jump shot yet. This is all without him actually shooting the ball. Once he gets a season of his off-season jumper right, he's going crazy. Regardless, the Golden State Warriors now have to face the Minnesota Timberwolves. This is a series not in their favor whatsoever. Stephen Curry is going to have to be on that 2022 type of run magic, and he's going to need Jimmy Butler on that 2023 type of magic for these guys to take down the Minnesota Timberwolves. But the thing is, that's not crazy to say. We've seen Jimmy Butler carry a team to the playoffs as an 8 seed. We've seen Stephen Curry carry his team and win a championship. Butler got his team to the championship. This is a very possible outcome of the Golden State Warriors winning. It's just up to how locked in Jimmy Butler is, because right now he looks semi-locked. I wouldn't say he's selling, but he's not as locked as we've seen him in past because he's next to Curry. Curry's been pretty locked in. But we're going to have to see them be equally locked in on both sides of that ball, and this is going to be a banger series. I honestly think that Curry's probably going to get swept unless those two guys are doing that. Anthony Edwards, the type of run he's on right now, he already just smacked up LeBron and Luka. He can easily smack up Jimmy Butler and Stephen Curry. Will he do it? He's going to come out and play some pretty good basketball. If they can force him to shoot the three, they'll be good. But their thing is, they're running small ball against a very big and fast-paced team. I don't know who they're going to match up with Naz Reid, especially with him coming off the bench. They're not even going to have their starters in all the time. But they also have Rudy Gobert, who we saw dominate the paint when he didn't have a true center guarding him. If they don't have anybody that can match up size-wise, there's not a chance they can win this game and get any defensive stops when they don't even really have a good matchup for Anthony Edwards. Jimmy Butler, maybe, but he's just going to get a lot of foul calls because Anthony Edwards is faster and more athletic. It's going to be an interesting series nonetheless, but one that definitely does not favor the Golden State Warriors. I think the Warriors can win in 6 if Curry and Jimmy are locked in. And if not, they're going to probably win. Wolves are going to win by 4. If they win, they're going to win by 4. If they lose, they're going to lose in 6. Because Curry's going to probably go up 2-0. Then they're going to just trade games. And he's going to finish it out in 6. So we all knew Minnesota Timberwolves were going to smack up the Los Angeles Lakers. Let's be real. We all knew it was going to happen. Okay, we all wanted it not to happen, of course. Everybody wanted Luka and LeBron to win. But we don't get to pick who wins in the playoffs. These people have to go out there and hoop. And, well, the Minnesota Timberwolves are simply just the better team. Honestly, the fact that they were a 6th seed is blowing my mind. This team is one of the deepest teams in the NBA, period. The only team you could argue as a deeper team is the Celtics. Okay, possibly. Outside of that, they really can't. Anthony Edwards, obviously a known playoff riser. You could call him a superstar when it comes to playoff time basketball. Then, of course, you have the size matchup problems they've been bringing to the table since last year. Now, obviously, some of that was lost in the Karl-Anthony Towns trade. However, they still got Julius Randle who can get buckets. They still got Rudy Gobert. They still have Naz Reid. This team is a big, fast-paced team with really good shooters around Anthony Edwards, who already is a fantastic shooter himself. And what they did was run the Los Angeles Lakers off the court because they have no defense. They had no depth. Luka Doncic him scoring 30 didn't do anything when their team was giving up 120. It doesn't mean anything. LeBron is, I don't even know how this ninja dropped 38? What the fuck? 38, 27, 22. He dropped 38 and 10? Oh my gosh. LeBron and Luka just is not enough to beat the Timberwolves because that's how deep they are. What they're going to do against the Golden State Warriors, we already know. We already discussed. We don't need to get into it. Los Angeles Lakers, however, what's next for them? I mean, they're going to just build a team around Luka Doncic now. Or Luka might leave. LeBron might leave. He's a free agent. So there's a lot of decisions to be made in LA. They kind of just did a bullshit-ass trade for views, honestly, because they knew that they were going to go out sad. So, yeah, on to next. Thunder and Memphis Grizzlies was exactly what we expected as well. Ja versus Thunder, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander really didn't even play up to his par. He had a few good games, but overall in the series, he didn't play as well as he played in the regular season.